Good day everyone, welcome to BST African Electronic Surgery, and we have something to fix. We have this job. This is coming from the second capital city of Zimbabwe, that is Bulawayo. They mail in this, you see this package. Yeah, the owner is a friend of mine. The owner is a friend of mine on the second capital city of Zimbabwe, that is Bulawayo. And what the owner is saying, he's actually a technician that side, but specializing on softwares of cell phones and laptops. So he sent this motherboard. There's no power. The motherboard came in, is not. He said the laptop is not turning on, is not doing anything. And yeah, Jones, that's the name of the person who is in Bulawayo. So let's open. I didn't open the package. I don't know what is inside. So we have to open and try. To fix this, we need this tag. We need this tag. So let's see. Yeah, we do have our own package, so obvious we shall repack the motherboard. Upon fixing it. Oh, that's the motherboard. Okay. That's the motherboard. That's the motherboard. That's an ESA motherboard. So what you can see on this motherboard, many components, fan, processors under this heat sink. This looks like the PCH. We have WinBond. Probably this is the BIOS. And here we have ENE, the controller. And next to the controller we have another BIOS. So this laptop, this motherboard has like two BIOS chips. Okay. We do have the charging port, inductor. And we have those MOSFETs in serial mode on the other side of the board. First and second MOSFET. Otherwise, I can't spot anything. Okay. So where can you start? That's the job from our friend. Where can you start to do the repair? Let's start by checking with the multimeter. With the multimeter, we do have the charging port. This is beeping because it's ground. The plus is not beeping to ground. And on the other side, this looks like the first MOSFET on top. Input not grounded, output not grounded. Second MOSFET input not beeping to ground. And the output of the second MOSFET is shorted. Oh, that's a short to ground repair. Okay, let's go on any ceramic capacitors here. The capacitors are beeping. Let's go on the other one here. Same story here. Same story. Why all capacitors they are beeping? Huh? Why all those ceramic capacitors they are beeping? They are beeping because they are connected to the 19 volts power line. So if the output of the second MOSFET is shorted to ground, all those power supplies they show as a short because they are connected on the input of every power supply, the ceramic capacitors. Okay. So let's play with the power supply. We do have the charging port here. Let's go to 19 volts, 19.63. What amps do we have? 2.1 amps. Let's see. Soon as I inject the power supply, voltage is dropping to 4.6 volts and is taking 2.1 amps. Oh, the first MOSFET is getting hot. I think we need to go on a microscope. Because this board is shorted to ground on the main 19 volts power line. So let's see. Now let's see what's going on with this motherboard. So my multimeter is on diode mode. You can see on the screen 0, 0. Checking on this capacitor 0, 0. Those capacitors they are connected on the 19 volts power line. Let's go on another power supply here 0, 0. Let's go on a different power supply here. This looks like it's a power supply 0, 0. Let's go on the input of those MOSFETs. You know the ceramic capacitors. You know the input MOSFETs here. I'll check straight away on the input on. I'll check straight away on those input MOSFETs. Like what we did, the input, that source, 3 pins together, the output of the first MOSFET, and is coming here. That's the input of the second, and the output, you can see on the multimeter 0, 0. The output is shorted to ground. So I will lower the voltage just to play on the safe side, 5 volts, and come on the output of the it's taking 2.1 amps. I have to see what is taking that current. I'll show you which part is getting warm. We do have the microcontroller, that's the ENE chip, and this part of the ENE chip on the other side is getting hot. So let's see what is on the other side. Let's see. What do we have here? We have this coil. We have two capacitors. So what is the problem here? You can see two coils, two output capacitors. We have two coils. We have like 4 MOSFETs. Oh, now you understand. So what do you think is the problem? Check this capacitor, this one. We have like 4 ceramic capacitors. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check the third one. The third ceramic capacitor is blown up. So, yeah. Let's take down that capacitor. I don't think we need multimeter here. The fault is clear. Let's take down this third capacitor. The capacitor is out. What I'll do, I'll check for short again. The multimeter is still on diode mode. And the short is gone. You can see? The short is gone. So, obvious, this job from another town. We can't do shortcuts. We have to replace the ceramic capacitor. We have to replace that capacitor. Let me grab one. Let's grab one and try to replace that capacitor. Just like that. And we can clean the board. So, I think we are ready to test. Here. We are ready to test. Let's see. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see now. Do you now have a working motherboard? Again, we use the power supply. Now we'll set it to 19 volts. (19.23), around 3 amps, and it's taking 14 milliamps standby, 13 milliamps standby current. You can see on the screen. So let's try to power on this board. Obviously, we don't have the switch button, so I'll use a tweezer, shorting first pin, second, third, fourth, Maybe you can't. Yeah, it's on. You can see the light. On and it's off. Once again. You can see this light. The board is on. And the fan is spinning. Now it's on continuous. So it's fixed. So that was a ceramic capacitor, and you can see on the power supply it's taking 700 milliamps. The board is on because there's no battery here. So checking on even on the BIOS. On the BIOS chip, 3.37 volts. On the processor, 1.1. Okay. So how do you know if this board is 100% fixed? I think we need to look for the RAM. We need a RAM. And what do you need more? I do have the screen which I'm using for testing. Let's try to do something here. I don't think we can fail. Let's try to do something. Because I want to see picture on the screen. That's what I want to see. Because if it's on, we must have picture on the screen. Well, this is going far away, so we have to make sure. So that's our laptop. Now I connect again the power supply. And let's try to power on again with the tweezer. I think that pin to ground. So what is smoking? Maybe we are using the wrong connector. So let me look for the connector and then we'll come back for the final test, okay? Let's see now. So I'll connect the power supply. It's on 19 volts. I'll connect the power supply. It's taking 12 milliamps standby current. Let's power on the motherboard. Let's pay attention on the screen. Second pin to ground. And we have nothing on the screen. Why? Let me disconnect the power supply. Let's plug back the cable. Let's try again. again with the power supply, second pin to ground, on. You can see the SR log, no bootable device, hit any key. So our board is working fine. So yeah, I'm happy, the customer will be happy too. And basically that's how you can diagnose and fix a dead laptop motherboard. So I'll repack the motherboard and send it back to the customer. Like, subscribe, don't forget to turn on the notification bell for future updates, and also share our videos to your beloved friends and relatives. And see you on the next game. Bye.